Oh my word, this is one of the most anticipated moments of the CAF World Cup qualifiers, which is Nigeria's group. Nigeria, South Africa, Benin, Lesotho, Zimbabwe. This group looked hunky-dory for South Africa. They were going through, but then the question of whether FIFA was going to deduct 3 points from them for fielding an ineligible player in their 2-0 win against Lesotho always lingered on top of their head, because Nigeria were banking on that point deduction to make sure that they qualify for the World Cup. And just as we see today, the breaking news is that FIFA has deducted 3 points from South Africa. Not just 3 points, they've taken away 3 goals as well, because South Africa won 2-0, but then that doesn't matter. It's now deemed as a forfeit. So South Africa have been deducted 3 points and 3 goals. This is what FIFA had to say. The FIFA Disciplinary Committee has sanctioned the South African Football Association for having fielded an ineligible player, Teboho Mokoena, in the South Africa versus Lesotho match on 21st March 2025 in the FIFA World Cup 2026 preliminary competition, thereby breaching Article 19 of the FIFA Disciplinary Code and Article 14 of the FIFA World Cup preliminary competition regulation. Consequently, the FIFA Disciplinary Committee has declared the match in question to have been forfeited by the representative team of South Africa by a score of 3-0. South African Football Association has also been ordered to pay a fine of 10,000, I think, Swiss francs to FIFA, while Mokoena has been issued with a warning. So this is crazy, and I mean, South Africa has 10 days to appeal this. I feel like, why are you going to appeal? The best argument South Africa can make is, for someone to make a complaint, you should have been affected. Nigeria was not the affected party, so Nigeria can't make that complaint. Lesotho should have made that complaint. I don't think Lesotho made that complaint. But then again, as a lawyer, that's why I say you can't always rely on technicalities when the substance of the law is there. And South Africa themselves know that they're in the wrong. And funny enough, this is not the first time South Africa has found themselves in qualification trouble. This is what Gary Al-Smith had to say, is journalist. So apparently, in 2012, for the AFCON qualifier, South Africa drew with Sierra Leone by 0-0. And they thought that was what they needed to qualify for the AFCON. And Gary Al-Smith goes on to tell the story. He said the match ends 0-0 and the whole team, they are dancing on the pitch. Until someone reminded South Africa that when it comes to CAF does not use CAF rules use head-to-head and not goal difference. And they did not qualify. So administrative errors on the part of South African Football Association is crazy. It's really, really crazy. And I know fact that the South Africans are fuming because and especially people at the South African Broadcasting Corporation are fuming because you can't be making such errors. Players are supposed to play so administrators can administrate. So these things are in the purview of administration. You can't be making this error. And the funny thing about this situation is some South African fans, in my opinion, are very deluded. I saw some South African fans commenting that, well, then we also have to complain about Calvin Bassey using his hand to score. There's little FIFA can do for in-game happenings, right? Things that happen in-game, like refereeing decision and stuff like that, you are never going to get a rematch for things like this. But things surrounding administration, you are going to get prominent action being taken on. And that's why in the last World Cup qualifiers, when they took Ghana to FIFA because apparently they didn't like the decision, the penalty Ghana awarded against them, nothing was done about it because those things are in-game stuff. But then let's look at the group, because I think, yes, this is a stumbling block, but South Africa will still qualify. Let's look at the group. So, as the group stands now, would you believe it? Kenneth Rohr, who was the coach who took Nigeria to the just ended AFCON finals and currently Benin's coach, Nigeria sacked him, is currently leading the group with 14 points, with a goal difference of 4. That's they've scored 11, they've conceded 7. South Africa is second with a goal difference of 3. But the crazy thing is that Benin faces Rwanda and Nigeria. And if you look at the group, Rwanda and Nigeria have been invited back into the group so they can both finish first. Hopefully, it's possible that they finish first. But then Benin has the task of facing both Nigeria and Rwanda. They play at home to Rwanda and then they go away to Nigeria, which Nigeria won. definitely take that opportunity. Then you have South Africa, who would have to play Lesotho and Zimbabwe. And let's be honest, Zimbabwe plays their home games in South Africa. So South Africa are most likely not going to drop points. Like, if South Africa drop points, then it is on them. But it looks clear-cut for them not to drop points and might qualify first. So Nigeria would know that they would have to win their 2 games. And I think Nigeria faces either Zimbabwe or Lesotho, but then their last match is against Benin. If Nigeria wins all their group games, they have 17 points. The question is 17 points still enough to top the group? I don't think it would be enough to top the group. I don't think 17 points can top the group. But they would then have to look at the rank of the best second place team. But the question is 17 still going to be enough to place second? Because the list of second team, because I think Gabon will go through as a second team depending on what happens in their group with Cote d'Ivoire. Madagascar is in Ghana's group, 16 points. Madagascar just need 1 point. DR Congo 16, Burkina Faso 15. Even Cameroon is already on 15. It's so tight. Even if, and now South Africa is 8th, but they are 14, 8th. So you see, in that group, your safest bet is to finish first. Anybody who finished second is most likely not going to qualify for the World Cup. And I think Nigerians will be they'll be in so much pain for some of the points they dropped. They dropped points to, I think the Lesotho points they dropped, because Lesotho were more like the whipping boys in the group. They dropped points to Lesotho, they dropped points to Zimbabwe. These 2 games are really going to kill Nigerians when they think about it. But then you still don't give up hope. Anything can happen. You don't know what happens in the qualifiers. But all the best, and we will all be